It's like 12:30 at night. I'm late making this video because I was watching episodes of Hung, because I knew Green Arrow, Stephen Amell from Green Arrow was on that show, I found out, and I wanted to see his butt. And I did see his butt. The new issue of Walking Dead is out, and I haven't read Walking Dead in a really long time, basically since before it was even a TV show. The comic it's reminding me the most of is Barefoot Gen, which is a Hiroshima story, but what it reminds me of is the part in Barefoot Gen before the bomb drops, which is probably not a good sign for these people. Something about relative peacefulness in a time of war. There's this great spread of the town, Alexandria, where they live, and how things are like going better even though there's zombies. And I am very on board with this comic right now. There's a lot of intimate moments that I really liked. Alright, Think Tank, I read for the first time today. This was a one-off, I guess. I don't know, I really wonder if the writer has someone in his life who suffers from PTSD, because this was really just going out of its way to address issues around people with post-traumatic stress disorder, and that maybe there needs to be resolution for PTSD outside the realm of therapy, because it is brain damage, is what they're saying here. And I don't know a lot about PTSD, but it seems really important to address. So this comic was nice in that way. Okay, next comic I want to talk about, new issue of Federal Bureau of Physics. This is my first time reading this book, and I was really excited because they were going to go into some like realities that were like outside of normal reality. There's a way of perceiving reality that isn't just based on your senses, blah, blah, blah. So that sounded really cool. Then, of course, it just ended up being another story where realities are constructed around characters' fantasies. I've seen that story done so many times. The one that most comes to mind is an episode of Batman where the Mad Hatter does it to Batman, but I feel like we've all seen those comics. What Do You Get for the Man Who Has Everything, that Alan Moore story with Superman. We've seen that story play out in comics so many times, it's just feeling a little tired here. Next up, we have Superman and Wonder Woman. I cannot say that this book has not gotten really boring. And maybe it always was really boring. I just wanted to be good because it's very rare that Wonder Woman has her own comic, another comic aside from her own. Her own comic has been amazing. In this comic, Superman is turning into a doomsday monster, and Wonder Woman's trying to help him. Wonder Woman's like, Batman, I got this. And Batman's just like, okay, see you later. Like, he just leaves. This is really not very in character. Last comic we're talking about is the new issue of Mice Templar, Volume 4 Legend. It's basically like if Brian Jacques had spent the last 4 years slamming meth and listening to black metal. It's one of my favorite comics. It's just so rich. Here in this issue, the cats submit to the mice, which was a really interesting scene. I do like this one drawing. I almost am starting to think this mouse is like a little bit sexy. Shouldn't have said that. I'm gonna say the best comic of the week, the comic I enjoyed the most, was The Walking Dead. It's so much intimacy to it. It's a huge issue. They're obviously trying to relaunch this comic, as a lot of people feel like it hasn't been that good in a little while. The last couple issues haven't been as strong. But I give this one my seal of approval.